Okay, so before you guys watch this, I'm going to try to put a link in the description. Hopefully about the same time this is uploaded to make this a little easier, but with a video I did of this before, which is all the Overwatch characters put into the Warframe world, like what Overwatch character would best fit which Warframe character. Now, you can't get them all out, they skill sets don't match up and all that stuff. Anyway, I made a couple mistakes in it. I'm going to run through them real fast here. Symmetra, I still on the fence about this one, but I called her a frame called Nidus. And now after looking at it, playing him a little bit, I disagree with it. I would more put her with the character named Sawen. Farah, I would probably put her more to Tanya as opposed to Zephyr now. That's all the really the fixes I got right there. I may come up with another one later on as we go through it. But anyway, the premise for this is, if you were to transfer over from Overwatch to Warframe, what would your main be in Warframe? Your main Overwatch character from that, like Reinhardt would be like Atlas, I called him, or Ivara and Widowmaker would be a frame called Ivara. Winston would be Frost. Just like stuff like that. Reaper would be a Warframe called Necros. There's like minor things like that. Today we're going to be covering the two newest ones, which are Brigitte and Moira. Yeah, Moira. And there's only going to be 2 frames. It's going to be a pretty short, simplistic video. And I hope you guys like it. Alright, let's get strung right into it. We're going to start this off with Brigitte. Brigitte is a tanky support character. She has a personal shield that can be used to bash enemies. On a cooldown, of course, because, logic. Her weapon is a mace with about I would like to say it's around 3-4 feet very long. The passive ability for it is every hit from that mace to an enemy will restore nearby allies' health. I assume it also restores her own. I'm not exactly sure. I have only played her once. Her ultimate is a war cry, which gives her allies armor and herself, I assume. And she moves faster, and I think she hits a little bit faster. One of her other abilities is a orb that gets thrown at an ally, and it will heal them so much, or if they're at max health or whatever it doesn't heal them, will go over into armor. Given this character is a bit more of a support frame, and more of like I would like to say she's more of a crowd controller. I would say she falls more under hero frame category. I used hero once last time with Orisa because she's a crowd control, and he's pretty much a crowd control frame as well. Having his first ability stun enemies completely, like freezing them for so long. His second ability, at the cost of his shield, giving him increased fire rate, reload speed, and all damage he does will heal nearby allies in his radius. His third ability is he drains his energy to make a counter of energy. Well, let me see if I can explain this right. To where every kill the players get, they get energy back for it, as long as they're in his area. His fourth ability makes him and allies immune to all damage. All damage received by everyone is put into a counter for crit damage, meaning that you guys will do so much more crit damage from weapons and stuff. So it's pretty simple. They're both kick-ass people. And next we're going to do Moira. Moira is a offensive support character, having a healing spray and a damaging spray. She has a teleport, kind of like Reaper's, little void thing, I would say. She has an orb that can either heal or damage, depending on which one you pick. And her ultimate is a Kamehameha that either heals or damages people, depending on if they're ally or enemy. Additionally, she can restore her healing spray by using her damage beam. As it will also heal her and add more to that tick. Given how most of her stuff seems to be relying on damage and stuff, I'm going to put her for Nidus. As I know, I just swapped the Nidus out for someone else, but still. Nidus' abilities revolve around stacks. His first ability generates a stack by putting a long beam of infested energy out to enemies. This builds up, and after so many ticks, he gets a stack. These stacks are what he uses for his fourth ability, which is an AoE damage healing that spawns maggots and attacks enemies, and yeah. He has a larva, which will pull enemies into it and hold them there for so long. His third ability attaches a parasitic link to an enemy, and all damage he gets, or some of it, will transfer over to that linked enemy. There's no cooldown on this either, to my knowledge. Anyway, his passive is if he has 15 stacks, he doesn't die. Like, he would just use them up and still be in the fight. It would generate about half of his health. He's pretty good. If he's modded quickly, he can probably never die. So, that's kind of how I feel about Moira as well, but yeah. And that about sums it up for the new ones. Hanzo is getting a rework, I think, at some point, which is a rapid shot arrow ability, but I don't think it's going to really affect things too much with him being put with Ibarra. And I know I called him, I said Ibarra twice, calling him it too, but anyway, I think I went back and edited it, like a name over this, and I don't know. I guess I'm going to try to put a link to the first one I did, which is a little crappier, because I think I was half asleep when I made it, but anyway. Thank you guys for watching. If you play both the games and think I messed up a little bit, tell me. Also, you guys have a good night, day, whatever time you guys decide to watch this. And I'll see you in whatever I decide to make next. I just watched that. That was so bad. You guys have a good night.